Some people walk this earth feeling different, like they don't belong. If you've ever felt like you were set apart, guided by unseen forces or destined for something greater, this story is for you. This is the story of Daniel, a young man who spent his life feeling like an outsider, not knowing he was chosen for a higher purpose. Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in? Like you're watching the world from the outside, trying to understand a game that everyone else seems to know how to play? If so, you may be one of the chosen ones. From an early age, chosen ones feel different. They may not understand why, but there is a deep knowing inside them that they were meant for something more. Even as children, chosen ones often feel like outsiders. While others laugh and play freely, they find themselves lost in their own thoughts, questioning life in ways that others don't. It's not that they dislike people, but they struggle to connect. Their minds are drawn to deeper things, questions about existence, the universe, and their place in it. As chosen ones grow older, the feeling of being different doesn't fade. It intensifies. They see the world differently, noticing things that others overlook. While others focus on the surface, chosen ones feel drawn to something deeper. They sense an unseen force guiding them, even if they don't understand what it is yet. Then comes the moment of realization. A chosen one looks at the world and sees things others do not. The way people chase after material things, the way they fear silence, the way they ignore the deeper questions of life. It's not judgment, it's awareness. Chosen ones see through the illusions of the world, sensing that there is something greater beyond what meets the eye. There comes a time when a chosen one tries to fit in. They laugh at the jokes, pretend to enjoy the small talk, but deep inside they feel alone. No matter how hard they try, they can't ignore the feeling that they are meant for something more. Their mind craves purpose. Their soul seeks truth. Then one day, something shifts. A chosen one stops seeing their differences as a burden and starts recognizing them as a gift. The reason they feel different is because they are different. They have been set apart for something greater. They are meant to awaken, to lead, to guide. Being different is not a curse, it's a calling. If you have ever felt like you don't belong, know this: you were never meant to. You were meant to rise, to lead, to awaken the world. Sign 2. From a young age, Daniel felt things others didn't. While the world rushed forward, he paused, noticing the pain, the joy, the silent struggles around him. While others ignored suffering, Daniel couldn't. He felt emotions as if they were his own, an invisible weight pressing on his heart. Why would you do that, son? Because I'd want someone to do the same for me. True empathy is rare. The ability to feel another's pain is a mark of a chosen one. Their kindness, their compassion, it creates ripples touching lives in ways they may never even realize. But with deep empathy comes deep sorrow. Chosen ones often feel emotions so intensely that it becomes a burden, a weight they don't know how to carry. In these moments, they must remember, their empathy is not a weakness, it is their greatest gift. It is what sets them apart. A single act of kindness can change a life. Chosen ones may not always see the impact of their actions, but their light, no matter how small, can guide someone out of the darkness. Sign 3. There are moments in life when the veil between this world and the unseen grows thin. For chosen ones, this is not rare. It is a constant presence. They are deeply connected to the spiritual realm, receiving guidance in ways others may never understand. For as long as he could remember, Daniel's dreams were different, vivid, intense, as if they weren't just dreams, but messages waiting to be understood. It started when he was young. Strange visions, messages in his sleep, an unshakable feeling that something beyond this world was trying to reach him. But no one else seemed to notice. Chosen ones often experience synchronicities, signs that defy logic but hold undeniable meaning. Numbers repeating, dreams that come true, encounters with strangers who seem to know them. He could no longer deny it. The dreams, the visions, the unexplainable moments. He was connected to something beyond this world. The universe speaks to those who listen. Chosen ones don't just live in this world, they walk between the seen and unseen. If you've felt this, if you've experienced dreams, visions, or an unshakable sense of knowing, You too may be connected to something greater. Sign 4. There are moments in life when danger is near, so close that survival seems impossible. But for the chosen ones, an unseen force often steps in, shielding them from harm. These are not mere coincidences. They are divine interventions. What just happened? Have you ever been in a moment like this, where death was near, but something pulled you back? Some call it luck. Others call it fate. But for the chosen ones, it is divine protection. It starts early. The chosen ones often experience moments where danger should have consumed them, but something or someone kept them safe. Why am I still here? Chosen ones are here for a reason. Their mission is not yet complete. Until their purpose is fulfilled, unseen forces will move, ensuring they walk the path they were meant to walk. If you've ever been saved by an invisible hand, if you've ever walked away from what should have been disaster, know this: you are here for a reason. You are chosen. Sign 5. Every chosen one faces hardships, not once, not twice, but over and over again. These struggles are not punishments, but tests, refining them for their greater purpose. Daniel's trials began early, losing a loved one before he could understand the weight of grief. A lesson in pain, in resilience. Isolation followed. Being different meant being misunderstood. Being chosen meant walking alone. When the world felt stable, another storm arrived. A lost job, a broken dream, another test. Heartbreak, betrayal, doors closing just when hope begins to bloom. Chosen ones are not spared from suffering. They endure more than most. But why? Why do chosen ones face more trials than others? Because these hardships are not meant to break them. They are meant to shape them, to prepare them for something greater. A chosen one is never truly defeated. They may stumble, they may fall, but they rise again and again and again. If you have faced trial after trial, if the world has tested you relentlessly, know this: you are not being punished. You are being prepared. Sign 6. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when the world they've known no longer feels right. A deep sense of urgency rises within them, a calling they can't ignore. Daniel had always felt this pull, a knowing that he was meant for something more. But what? That question haunted him every day. A chosen one's purpose calls to them in unexpected ways. Signs appear, whispers in the wind, nudges from the universe. The question is, will they listen? For years, Daniel ignored the voice inside him, the feeling that he was meant for more. He convinced himself it was just his imagination. But the truth is, purpose doesn't whisper, it roars. A moment comes when a chosen one must decide: stay in the familiar or step into the unknown. Their soul knows the answer before their mind does. A chosen one's purpose isn't about what the world expects. It's about what their soul demands. They are meant to inspire, to lead, to change lives. And deep down, they know it. The calling never fades. It will keep knocking until you answer. The time to listen is now. Sign 7. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when they feel lost, broken, desperate for answers. In this moment, Daniel had nothing left to give. His dreams had crumbled, his strength had faded, and his faith was slipping away. God, if you're listening, I need a sign. Anything. Just show me I'm not alone. Funny thing about storms, they always pass. But in the middle of them, we forget that, don't we? You seem troubled, son. Mind if I sit? I don't know why, but something tells me you need to hear this. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. In that moment, Daniel knew. This wasn't a coincidence, this was an answer. Thank you. I think I really needed that. You're not alone, son. You never were. Sometimes divine intervention isn't loud. It doesn't come with lightning or grand miracles. It comes in whispers, in strangers, in small moments that shift your soul. Sign 8. One of the most striking signs that you are a chosen one is the way people are drawn to you for guidance. It's as if your energy, your presence, carries a quiet power that others instinctively recognize, even if they don't understand it. I'm sorry to bother you, but I don't know who else to talk to. I feel so lost right now. When you are chosen, others come to you for comfort, advice, or simply a listening ear. It's as if they sense you have an understanding they cannot find anywhere else. You might not even realize it, but your mere presence gives people a sense of peace, an unspoken understanding that helps them open up. It's not about being a guru or having all the answers. It's about having a heart that listens, a soul that sees beyond the surface. Hey, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm feeling completely overwhelmed by everything. Work's been tough, my relationship is falling apart. I just feel like I'm at a breaking point. It's not just one person. Throughout your life, people have been coming to you, sharing their deepest fears, struggles, and vulnerabilities. It's as if they instinctively know that you understand. There's a reason for this. The divine light within you shines brightly, and it calls to those in need of guidance. Being a chosen one doesn't mean you're expected to have all the answers. Sometimes the greatest gift you can offer is to be present, to listen with compassion and empathy. It's in these moments that you become a channel for healing, even without realizing it. Hey Daniel, can I talk to you for a second? I've been going through some stuff at home and I don't know who to turn to. Time and time again, people come to you. It's as if they're magnetically pulled towards your calm, your wisdom, and your unwavering strength. They might not even know why they trust you, but they do. This gift of being a source of support is one of the key signs of a chosen one. People seek your guidance because they feel safe with you. Your heart radiates warmth, and your wisdom, even when humble, brings light into their darkness. If you've noticed that people are constantly turning to you for help, advice, or comfort, this is a clear sign that you are a chosen one. You are meant to share your gifts, your wisdom, and your love with the world, whether you realize it or not. Sign 9. A chosen one's path is filled with challenges, moments that seem too heavy to bear, roads that appear impassable, but in the heart of a chosen one lies an unbreakable strength. It's not a strength born from the absence of struggle, but from the very trials they face. It is forged in the fire of hardship and tempered by faith. Look at Daniel. He is soaked, broken, battered by the storm. But in his eyes, there is something more than just exhaustion. There's a fire that refuses to be extinguished. Chosen ones face immense hardship, yet they continue to rise. They might fall, but they never stay down. For every battle they lose, they gain wisdom. For every loss, it is easy to succumb to despair, to let failure define you. But the true strength of a chosen one lies in their ability to rise after each fall. They endure, not because life is easy, but because they understand their purpose is greater than their pain. The storm may pass, but the lessons it brings are forever etched in their hearts. The chosen ones know that their power comes from within, their faith, their resolve, and their ability to keep moving forward, even when the world seems to be pushing against them. This inner strength is not just physical, it is a strength of spirit, a divine gift that connects them to something greater. It's the will to continue even when others would give up. It's the power to rise again, to fight when the odds are stacked against them. And though they may bend, they never break. For a chosen one, strength is not just about endurance. It's about knowing that you are never alone, that every challenge you face is another step toward your higher calling. And in the end, the storm will always give way to peace. Sign 10. For most of your life, you've been searching, questioning, and doubting. The world around you has tried to define who you are, but deep inside, you've always known you are different. There was always something inside you that whispered you were destined for something greater. The greatest sign of all, the one that you cannot ignore, is the inner knowing that you are chosen. It's not a feeling you can describe easily. It's not a dream, a vision, or a sign from another world. It is the deep, quiet certainty within you, an unshakable truth that lives in your soul. Throughout your life, you've encountered doubts, moments when the weight of the world made you question your worth. People told you that you were ordinary, just like everyone else. They told you to fit in, to be like them. But deep down, you knew it wasn't true. You never truly belonged to the world's standards. Your purpose was never meant to be ordinary. Every step you took, every choice you made, was drawing you closer to the truth. You are not like everyone else. You were chosen. And as you stand here, at this very moment, you feel it. The truth that resonates in every fiber of your being. It is your time to accept it fully. You are chosen not by chance, but by divine purpose. You have always been guided, even in your darkest times. The signs have always been there. Your intuition, your ability to empathize, your dreams that carried messages, your ability to face struggles with an unexplainable resilience. Each experience has shaped you, molded you for this very purpose. But now you stand at the threshold. The time to embrace your calling is here. You no longer need to search for the truth because you already know it. You are chosen. You have always known. It was never a question. It was always a matter of timing. And now is your time to step into your destiny. Your purpose is waiting and the world needs you. The path of the chosen one is not easy, but it is worth it. Now the question is, will you embrace your calling?